that federal government have taken into cognizance of the situation of things and the effect of removal of subsidy. And they came up with 35,000 naira, 35,000 naira wage award for all treasury-paid federal government workers. And then 100 billion naira for the procurement of CNG fuel buses and CNG conversion kits, which will take off any moment from now because they gave us the deadline of June. And then 125 billion naira conditional grant and financial inclusion to MSMEs. Then 25,000 naira each to be shared to 15 million households for 3 months. Then 185 billion palliative loans to state to cushion the effects of fuel subsidy removal, which is what we are talking. And then 200 billion naira to support the cultivation of hectares of land to boost food production. 75 billion naira to strengthen the manufacturing sector. 1 trillion naira for student loans for higher education, and release of 42,000 metric tons of grains from strategic reserves, and including purchase and onward distribution of 60,000 metric tons of rice from the Rice Millers Association. And as we speak, recent salary increase of 25 to 35% on all consolidated salary structures for federal workers. 90% subsidy on health costs for federal civil servants registered on NHIS. And of course, last week, you see the light rail commissioned in Abuja to relieve transportation costs till the end of this year. Lagos also has already commenced some initiative with their blue and red lines. So some of these things are what can alleviate the effect of subsidy removal. So federal government had never, for once, folded their hands and say, we are talking about minimum wage. Let that minimum wage be what it is, and that's it. So federal government is working and they're doing a lot of things under the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President.
So there are those who believe, those who know, and Labour had argued that it is in fact not about the figure. It's also about the quality and the value of the naira. The same, if I may show you these particular figures on the national minimum wage and the value of the naira to the dollar, and you will discover that the dollar, the naira, is reducing in value, and the purchasing power of the average citizen is dwindling. So if you look at it, and these are some of the facts and some of the data coming from StatCense, and if you look at it in 2015, 18,000 naira is about $91. In 2023, 30,000 naira is about $66. In 2024, 30,000 was at some point at the official rate is at $18, and at the parallel market it's $23. So you see that the value of the naira is really the issue, which is affecting the purchasing power. And there are those who will say, what is the minimum wage of Nigeria compared to other African countries, especially those countries that are producing oil? Take a look at some of them. Gabon has in naira compared to their currency. Gabon has 376,000 naira. Equatorial Guinea 323,000 naira. Libya 313 naira. Algeria 226 naira. Tunisia 199,000 naira. Egypt 194,000. Ivory Coast 188,000 naira. Chad Republic 150,000 naira. Cameroon 105,000 naira. DR Congo 94,000. Angola 58,000. Ghana 38,000. Nigeria sits at the 13th position with 30,000 compared to other countries producing oil in the African country, and their currency converted to Nigerian naira. This is the figure of their minimum wage, and Sudan is the last with 7,590. And these are the issues that a lot of people will argue. If you compare these countries and Nigeria,
let me tell you something. That is the reason why the president has charged every ministry, department, and agencies to work hard and to align with the renewed hope agenda. And you see, prior to this time, agencies that are supposed to be paying money into Federation account, they were not. Dollars were not being paid into our account. You had that revelation a few weeks ago, of like when President took out of office. And now he's forced people to be paying and to be doing those things. And that's why we are saying that these things are temporal. That even when you say, okay, pay this social amount, and government decide to cut that kind of amount and pay, it will also push inflation more. Okay? So that is why everybody must be on the same page to support the president's agenda, which is renewed hope agenda. Believing that with what we are doing in agriculture today, which you are aware, and what we are doing in science and tech, which you are aware, with digitalization, now we have a ministry for digital economy and all that, that when these things are put in place, that this inflection will be something of the past. We are not working as if we do not have tomorrow. We are not working as people who do not have hope. We are working as people who are working hard, who is believing that things will change and everything will return to normality. We're not going to end like this. We're not going to continue to be like this. That's why narratives are being changed. The president is determined, and ministers, directors, agencies are aligned to the renewed hope agenda of change.
Look, Minister, the agitation, I'm very sure that you have people around you who are feeling the pinch of this economic situation in the country. A lot of Nigerians out there, they are finding it difficult to eke a living.
It did not start today. What happened before election? It didn't start today.
But Minister, in the last 1 year, when this government came into power,
1 year is too small
but
to
things
change
have deteriorated,
something. No, 1 year is too small to change things that had happened over 16 years. And you see, yes.
But look at the dramatic decline in the purchasing power of the citizen in the last 1 year.
And that's why we are working. We're not sleeping.
But it looks like your government had badly run the economy to this point. Look at the value of the naira from 1 year ago and now. It has drastically reduced the purchasing power. So the question, Minister,
what is important is the willpower and political power to make the change. And that's what the president is doing.
The tangibles, Minister, that Nigerian citizens will. Because a lot of the things that you reeled out, we've heard some of the plans, and you have said it again tonight, of what the press CNG and all. A lot of Nigerians will say, we have not seen them.
You have not seen them.
The welfare packages, they have not seen them. Are they tangible? Can the federal government put out videos of those who are receiving and collecting some of these things? So Nigerians can really believe what the federal government. Are they there, Minister? Of course. They are really there out there.
Yes.
Who are those benefiting?
If you have told me to bring those who are benefiting on this your program, I would have brought them. Yes.
Let me ask you, Minister, how would you describe the federal government's relationship with Labour since the negotiations began? Because Labour has said it a couple of times, in fact, on this program, that the federal government is not serious with the negotiation. And they do not
How would they say that?
That's what I'm very sure that you must have heard.
The point is
the two of them, the two leaders have said it on this program.
Anybody can say anything. That's maybe what you have to say something to sell your market. You have to say something to sell your opinion. You must say something. How? They walked out 3 times. If we are not serious, are we the people walking out? So how are we not serious?
Did you annoy them for them to?
How will I annoy them? Am I annoying them?
I'm saying that when I say you, I'm saying on the government side. What got them so upset that they had to walk out?
No, the truth of the matter is this. There's no need to annoy anybody. Why will you annoy them with discussions?
So what caused them to walk out? If they walked out 3 times?
That is to show you that they are serious and then we are not serious.
How do you put to Nigerians that you're serious about this negotiation?
How?
If the Labour is accusing the federal government of not being serious.
So because they accuse us of not being serious, it doesn't mean we are not serious. So if you are not serious, since they called of strike, have we slept? When they walked out the last time, they were supposed to conclude. We fixed a meeting for Monday, and they said, okay, Monday is not convenient, and then we brought it back backward to Friday. You see, the thing is, it's good to be truthful, and it's good to say the truth the way it is, no matter whether you're right or wrong. I'm one person that will not come here and be telling you lies because I won't get anything from it. Federal government is very serious, and we want to conclude the negotiations and have a minimum wage that is payable by all the parties. But I believe that Nigeria will be happy when we finish, because I have not seen anywhere that the federal government is sleeping on its duties. We should be patriotic at this time. A lot of things has gone wrong, and we came at a time that things are really bad now. And we're not complaining, we're not like shifting the blame to anybody. But these things happen, and when it happens, the most important thing is for you to work hard and pray to God and make sure that you walk around the clock and make sure that you do the necessary things that will change the narratives. And that's what we're doing.
We want good news, Minister. You are on this program and millions of people are watching tonight. And beyond what we are not privy to that goes on in that room. And bringing you on this program tonight, on a day like this, that a lot of people are frustrated, people are angry because of airport flight disruptions, people don't have electricity in there. I'm very sure most of the people who are watching on their mobile find it difficult to charge their phones today. Those who are watching are probably watching tonight on their television, using their generators and all of that. What good news can you tell Nigerians tonight that they should be open for within the next few hours? Can you give us any good news?
The good news is that we are working very hard, and we are speaking to organized labor. And I know by God's grace, they will see reason why strike is not part of the discussion that we'll be talking about now, because we need recovery time quickly so that Nigerians will smile.
What would you be telling the Nigerian labor today? Because they are at the forefront.
I've said it 10 times with that number, that labor, they are Nigerians like me and you. There is nothing that federal government is hiding from them. The books are open, and we have not closed negotiations. We want them to come back to the table and conclude the negotiations so that Nigerian workers will know where they are. And besides, the 35,000 naira wage award is continuing. The federal government will continue to pay it until the minimum wage is settled. And of course, the minimum wage, if it's settled today, we are going to start take it back from when the old one ended, which is April 18th. So they won't lose anything.
By execution of time and by force of law, 30,000 minimum wage came to an end in April this year, isn't it?
Yes.
But I mean, I've had this conversation within all of this negotiation that in fact it shouldn't be as long as that before the review comes. Is the federal government thinking of tweaking the law such that the review of the minimum wage will be lesser within the time span or the duration for its review?
The truth of the matter is that what has happened has happened. We are here now, and the federal government has promised that Nigerian workers are not going to lose anything that is due them due to delay, which is not deliberate.
No, I'm even saying, because you are a member of the National Assembly, and the arguments about how long it took to review because of the change and the dynamic nature of the economy. It shouldn't take that long, 4 or 5 years before you review the minimum wage. Is the federal government also thinking that maybe on a yearly basis you will review?
No, that has to do with law. So it's a discussion that will go to Parliament, and then they will decide based on the concerns being raised that 5 years is too long to review minimum wage based on fluctuations and on economy and all that. So it's a conversation that is on the table.
Are you frustrated, Minister, in some ways because the Nigerian citizen is suffering in silence, and you are in charge of employment? Some employers of labor find it difficult to employ, and you come at a very difficult time as this, and labor, it comes also in a year that the review of the minimum wage has to come. What lesson do you think you probably have learned? You've spent a lot of time in the National Assembly, but this is a different kettle of fish altogether. But for you as a person, what do you think has come out to you in all of this?
What has come out to me in all of this is that God cannot give you something that you can't handle. God will give me the grace to handle it. And I've done a lot in labor ministry. I've reviewed all the operations, and we're bringing a lot of things to the table. We pre-launch a LEAP program where all the processes in labor will be digitalized, where we have to work on all our assets, like NDE, National Directorate of Employment, has 36 state offices and 6 zonal offices. But if you look at them now, we can't even bring people, the kind of people we want to bring to do work there, and then train our youth and all that. So we're going to renovate and put them in place to meet the purpose. And we're going to train people, like the LEAP program is targeting like 2.5 million jobs in a year. But now what we call it is wealth creation, because when you talk about job, people think, oh, you're talking about federal government jobs. Because yes, jobs will be created, but we need to create those kind of jobs that will put food on people's table and that will be self-sustaining. And very soon we are going to relaunch NELEX, which is a platform to publish all vacancies, and our teeming youths who are unemployed will then post their CV. Then we'll be able to match them with employers that need them. And we're going to wrap up.
Now, wow, that one is one of the APC minister. Can you imagine? Now, wow, I don't know what it's like. There is a seed planted inside of them. Once you become an APC member or a minister, you must speak like them. Every one of them must speak the same thing. They must lie over, especially in this Tinubu administration. I don't know, I don't know what Tinubu is using to rotate them or to control them. And they must speak the same thing. Come and lie to the whole world. They are like Nigerian police. Once Nigerian police put on that uniform, black and black, their mind is bitter. Their mind is black. Even if they are your brother, at that time of that uniform, they will find a way to take money from you. If they cannot take that money from you, they will hide themselves and send another person to take that money. They must have a way of treating you, even if you are their brother. I don't know why. You come now, you lie to the whole world. You see the way the Shehu interviewing you. See, the Shehu said, shock, waiting you they talk. You come to national TV to talk, to speak. You said you don't know that they were going to ask you. You should have come with the things that the palliative that you people have distributed, the people who have received the palliative. You should have come with them, with the list. They ask you, what about the CNG buses, the transportation, this, that. You say you don't know. The 15 million household, you people said they were going to distribute money to food, this, that. You don't know the people who received it. You don't have the information. God. You just come. Is it by quoting figures? It's not by quoting figures that you are doing this. Where is it? You are saying 1 year is not enough to repair what has been condemned, or what has PDP or they say APC members spoiled for 16 years. What has been damaged for 16 years. See, let me tell you something. I have issue with whenever anybody come to say Buhari left huge debt in this country, or Buhari condemned this country, Buhari spoiled this country. Even Tinubu will have the mind, the audacity to say that Buhari condemned this country. You are part of Buhari's administration. In fact, you are the major stakeholders in Buhari's administration. Yes, you are. So no, that one is not an excuse. You want to bring her to APC, PDP of 16 years since? Why? This is absolutely nonsense. So everything you are quoting figures. Where are they? We are not seeing them. Nigerians are not seeing them. Shehu is giving you figures. This was like this. This was like that. You don't have anything to say rather than to lie. If it was Bayo now, Nanuga, or this Festus Kiyamo, they will be blaming Peter. They will say Peter will be Naikosan. And Peter will be Kosan. And Peter will be increased dollars. Why? You just come now. You just come. They brought the one where they vex me. After they don't lie, finish. They will say, I'm not lying. There is no reason for me to lie. When you know, see what you talk, you guys are not doing it. We are not saying it. We don't need figures. We need action. We need action. Oh, you want to first of all kill people before you give them medication. Well, Kukuma give them poison now. May all of them die. After all, you're not concerned. Can you imagine? So, what do you think about this interview? Anyways, I know this one is just everybody are just looking for a way to defend themselves, to make sure they give hope, or the hope is hopeless. That's where you see all of them. They just come to speak like that. You don't understand. Until we see dollar goes down, until we see the price of goods, foods and services goes down, people can afford to buy because the purchasing power has nobody. Until we see those things reduced, bring dollars back to where it was, reduce petrol fuel price, reduce it, food price, food services, reduce the price. Before we know, you are doing something. 1 year has gone. You said 1 year is not enough for you guys to do that. You are increasing every day. 1 year is enough for you to spoil more than what they use 16 years to spoil. 1 year is enough for you to spoil more. It's not enough for you to repair. Another 1 year don't start to. We are counting. Let's see what they are going to come up with. The new minimum wage today, as they are holding meeting today. Very soon we shall see.